generic Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan, and today we're actually going to be doing a video presentation on something quite unique. Not really something I've seen on this yard while I've been working here. So what we've got here is a 2016 Mitsubishi ASX XLS 4x4 diesel. So what that means is this is an ASX in a 4x4 model and a diesel, and it's the XLS range, meaning it's the top of the line. It comes with all the added extras and benefits that you're going to get in the top of the line model. So what we'll do in this video is actually run through the exterior condition as well as those features that you get in the XLS model. So starting off on that front end, you do notice that this is the older shape or the older look. Now, I don't know about you, but I actually quite like this shape. It is somewhat simple, not too sophisticated, and yet a clean finish. You've got that daytime running lamps through the fog to the front bar there, and the fog lamps fitted right inside that curve. Nice sharp headlights with the projector globes and that high beam light all fitted into one compartment, and the indicator lamp fitted on the side. Front end condition of the car is pretty good. There are minor stone chips which we have gone to the effort of touching up for you, so you don't need to really worry about it. But I gotta say, for a used vehicle, this car actually presents really well. As we come across the driver's side of the vehicle, taking a look at that first alloy, you've got a very stunning multi-spoke design. So this does have the gunmetal grey finish on the inside of the spokes and the polished aluminium on the outside. Now, in terms of the condition of the rim, there is a minor gutter gash just on the corner of the rim there, nothing too major, and you've got lots of tread remaining on those Bridgestone tyres. So good to see that it has been fitted with some good quality tyres. There is a little detail here on the quarter panel. Now, it's not actually functional, just there to add a little bit of character to the side of the car. Now, the side mirrors and door handles are color matched in this beautiful blue color. Do get the indicator lamp also fitted into that side mirror. That is going to elevate the lamp, improve the visibility, but also clear up the quarter panel for you. As you come across, taking a look in the driver's side of the car. Now, as it is the XLS model, you actually get full leather seats in this car. Both back and front seats get full leather. You do also get the electric seat control, so that is going to move it forward and back. It's also going to move it up and down, and that is for the lean on the back of the seat. So full electric seats for the driver, carpet flooring all the way through the car. There are no carpet mats fitted in this from what I can see. And you've got those really nice door cards there. Again, you tend to see how cars have been used by little signs like damage on the door card and on the inside of the frame. So no damage on that door card. Inside frame, the paintwork is still all in good nick. So pretty good example of a well-maintained ASX. Now, this car does come with 2 keys, and it is a keyless entry car. So you've got this little button here on the door handle. Pressing that is actually going to lock the door and pull in the side mirrors. If you want to unlock it, you can also unlock it using that. Now, the keys also come with a physical key. That is just to open the actual door in case your battery dies, but you will need the actual fob key to start the vehicle. Now, one thing I will note as well, if you do notice the back windows are a little bit darker than the front windows, that is just a privacy glass that has been fitted to the back windows. That is just to prevent anyone from actually looking into the car, improve the privacy of the vehicle, but it doesn't actually provide any benefits such as tint. So one thing I would recommend on a car like this is you speak to us about our premium tint options, because you're going to want to get it on a car like this with those long drives you're doing, the kind of weather that we're exposed to here in Australia. You want to make sure you're protected. Having a look in the back seats, as I mentioned, it is leather all the way through, so you can see the leather condition on the back of the car. There are a few minor marks there, which you can see just as the sun hits it, but nothing too major. It's not actually damaged the leather. It's probably just a mark in the leather, and you've got the carpet flooring all the way through. Closing up the door, taking a look at that second alloy. Now, this rim also presents in excellent condition, so there's no damage on this rim whatsoever, and you still got those Bridgestone tires with lots and lots of tread of them fitted on those rims. Coming across to the tailgate of the vehicle. Now, again, this is the slightly older shape, so the back of the car does look a little bit different. Again, I quite like this model. You've got your 4-wheel drive badging or your all-wheel drive badge, 4x4 badging, diesel and ASX badging all in that chrome finish. Got the roof spoiler with the high mounted brake light fitted just under that, and also your rear wipers and washers fitted all onto the back window, which is going to keep your car nice and clean. Aerial antenna on the top, and the car also does come with rear parking sensors all along the bottom bar, and also a reverse camera mounted just under there for you. Opening up the boot, having a look in the back, the car does come fitted with a cargo blind that is going to keep any of your belongings nice and private in the back. And lifting this up, you've got your space saver spare wheel, which looks like it's never been used. So it's good to see the car has been maintained well and looked after carefully throughout its life. Got 2 car seat mounting points for those seats, and those seats actually have a 60-40 split. Now with these cars, you can actually fold these seats flat. So if I demonstrate that to you from there, if you just stay there, there is a little button just at the top, and that you just pull that down like so, and then it's going to drop those seats flat. Now you can detach the seat belt so it's not coming over, but I'm not going to go through the effort of doing that, just to show you what kind of space you can get in the back of the vehicle. Closing, and it's just as easy to pull back up. Just click it up like so. So closing up the boot. Tailgate condition is also pretty good. There's no damage on the back of the car, no scratches or marks or paint peeling, which you can tend to see in a lot of vehicles. And taking a look at that third rim, that is also completely unmarked with no damage whatsoever. So these are all good signs, shows you that the car has been looked after carefully. Coming across to that fourth and final rim, generally this is the side with the most damage. Trying to be super picky, there's very light scratches there just at the bottom of the rim, a few blemishes, nothing too major, but what you have here is a beautiful ASX diesel 4-wheel drive, which you don't really see, and it's an XLS model, meaning it is a top of the line with the panoramic roof and all those added features and benefits. So what we're going to do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the engine bay of the diesel ASX. So what we have here is Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder 2.2 litre turbo diesel motor. Now this car also comes fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, so plenty of gears to actually move through, and it's going to provide you with that power when you do need it. This car itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, lots of safety for all 5 passengers in the vehicle. Now this little motor produces 110 kilowatts with 360 Newton meters of torque, so again, plenty of torque and power for any payload needs. And if you do want to fit a small tow bar just to carry around a trailer, you can do that. This car will do it just fine. As I mentioned, it is a 4x4 diesel vehicle with a 60 litre capacity fuel tank. Does have a combined fuel consumption of 6 litres per 100 kilometers, or an average fuel distance of an astonishing 1,000 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive and the kind of driving you're doing and how many people you're carrying around. Taking a look inside the ASX, now one thing I got to say is this car is actually really clean on the inside. The plastics are in good condition, there's no damage, no unnecessary scratches. Yeah, there are a few little things here and there which I'll try my best to point out, but for the most part this is actually a very well maintained car on the inside. So starting off on that driver's side door, do get your fully electric windows up and down. That is for your driver's side. The rest are just standard power windows, so you do need to hold them down if you want to control it. Window lock controls above that and central locking button, and also above that there is a little button to fold your side mirrors in, and all your toggles to adjust your side mirrors are just next to that. On the right hand side of the dash there is a blank spot if you wanted to add anything extra like a LED light bar or something like that, and you've got your parking sensor button, you can turn them on and off, your stability control, and a headlight height adjuster. Now on the steering column, the right hand stalk does have your left and right indicator, fog lamp controls, and a headlight controls. Now your headlights are an automatic dusk sensing system, so you just flick it into that auto mode there and the car's going to sense when it needs to turn them on. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers for both front and rear. And just like the headlights, these are also an automatic rain sensing system, so fully equipped vehicle. Now behind that you do notice these paddles, those are for the paddle shift sports system. We will touch on that in a minute, but the steering wheel is a very nice leather stitched steering wheel. Very well designed. You've got that piano black gloss plate with the chrome garnishes just to dress it up a little bit. Now the steering wheel is actually in very good condition. You can see there's no wear or tear or damage on the top. Still presents quite well. On the right hand side are your cruise control settings, and on the left hand side are your media controls, so volume, mode, call reject, and your Bluetooth and your voice control for your Bluetooth Connect. So coming over to the actual entertainment system, now you've got a very nice touchscreen head unit there, very well displayed. This car does come with an inbuilt navigation system, so if I press maps over there, you can see we are at 20 to 32 Kangen Drive at Berwick Mitsubishi, so come check us out. We've got plenty of cars here, but maps already inbuilt. You've got AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, digital radio, SD card, CD input, literally anything. And you're probably wondering, where's the CD input? It is actually behind the head unit. So if I press this open button here, press that, the monitor will actually fold out. And at the top here, you've got your CD input. This SD slot is actually for your maps, and then this SD slot is if you wanted to add any extra information or any extra kind of storage devices to the vehicle. Close that up like so. It is a very easy system to use. Above that there is a little mark here, probably from a phone mount or something someone had on the roof, on the plastic. So just so you're aware, that is there. I'm sure we could try our best to get that out for you, but just at the time of this video, that is up there. Now this is a keyless entry vehicle, so your most important button is your stop start button located right there. Hazards, nice and easy to access in the middle of the system. Below that is your temperature settings. So you got temperature, fan speed, and all the mode settings with your front and rear demister. A storage compartment under that. You've got a cup holder slot and a ashtray. Now, ashtray looks like it's never been used, which is good to see. And you've also got a 12-volt socket for any charging that you might be doing. Now, coming over to the gear shifter, you've got a very comfortable leather stitch gear shifter. If I pull that into reverse, you can see that clear rear view camera in the car. It is mounted a little bit to the left side of the car as we drive on the right, so it's good to have that extra clearance on the left. You can see the rear bar there quite easily, and if you get a tow bar fitted, you'll be able to see that pretty easily. Bringing that down to drive, flicking it to the right, that'll engage your sports shift system, so you can use the actual transmission, or you can use the paddle shifts. Now that'll let you control the gears manually yourself, so if you did want a bit of extra control over the car, you can just adjust that into that mode, or just leave it in drive. Behind that is your four-wheel drive setting. Now, pressing that button is going to flick through a few options. So first you have four-wheel drive auto, four-wheel drive lock, and two-wheel drive. So depending on the kind of driving you're doing, you can actually adjust the vehicle. You've got two cup holders again behind that, or storage compartments. I like to keep the keys in there. And a little sneaky button just on the side, if you can see, that is for your heated seats. So driver and passenger do get heated seats. So you have a low heat and a high heat. So they're both heating settings, but you've got a low temperature and a high temperature. And the driver's one is just located right here. Now the center console armrest is a nice leather setup. If I lift that up, you've got the shallow compartment which has a shelf, and you can lift that one up, and you've got a deeper compartment under there with a USB input for any charging you might be doing, and a 12-volt socket and storage underneath. If you can add some extra stuff there if you wanted to, depending on how you want to set up this vehicle. So very well set up, equipped in the car. And if I get the camera person to pan up, you've actually got a panoramic roof in the ASX XLS. So if I pull that back, that is going to pull back that shade all the way back. It is not a sunroof, it is just a moonroof, so it's going to allow for some sun through the car, but it's not actually going to open up the glass. That glass will stay like that. And it is slightly tinted. It is a black glass, so you're not going to be getting a lot of that UV damage through the car, but you know, if you wanted to get some tinting on there, probably would recommend it, depending on how you want to set that up. And if I get the camera person to pan around the interior just to show you the condition, the roof shade is also very clean. No damage, no stains or marks or tears. It does have very minor marks just across there and some over there. I'm trying my best to point it out. It's not actually severely damaged. It's probably just a little bit of light pulling, light blemishes here and there, nothing too major, but it is actually a very well presented vehicle. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2016 ASX XLS 4x4 diesel. Now, I hope this gave you a good representation as to exactly what you get with this vehicle, the condition of the car, and as you can see, it actually presents pretty well for its age, as well as the features that does come in the XLS model. Now, if you did have any additional questions, actually wanted to test drive this vehicle or purchase it without coming in, we can do that. The number to dial is 9907 0555. Now, just before I go, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection up to 200,000 kilometers, and that is going to cover you on 181 electrical and mechanical components. Now, with that, you do also get the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So again, great value in the service. With that, one thing I would highly recommend you take advantage of right now is the glass coat and tint. We have a beautiful package that is going to involve glass coat for your car. That is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful blue paintwork. It's going to prevent it from all the harsh contaminants that can affect your paint. Peeling, oxidization, bird droppings, bat droppings, fruit droppings, all these kinds of things can affect your paintwork. So this is going to give you a lifetime warranty, and we're also going to package that in with some tint for you. So make sure you ask us about this. These two things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will really affect your repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you go into Google and search up Berwick Mitsubishi and check out our Google reviews. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 9907 0555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.